Hey, everybody, and welcome. You're here at Capital Factory. This is the Capital Factory Community Showcase. My name is Sean Duffy. I'm the VP of Partnerships for Capital Factory, and I will be your host for today. I am so excited about what we have going on. Our community showcases are such a great event for you to meet other people who are part of this wonderful ecosystem, this center of gravity of all things tech and entrepreneurship. On the menu for today, we're going to do some introductions to some of our staff, so you'll get to meet them. You'll have a chance to reach out to them and learn more about what they do, as well as hear pitches from some of our startup members. I know they're excited to share with you what they have been working on. And then also a chance for you to engage with others in the community and to learn about all of the great meetups that we have going on at Capital Factory, all of the ways that you can get plugged in. Before we dive into all of that, I'm going to go ahead and hand the mic over to our founder and CEO, Josh Baer, for some of his welcome remarks.
Howdy, my name's Joshua Baer, and I'm the founder of Capital Factory, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our monthly member showcase. This is the one time of the month when we highlight all the new members, mentors, meetups, and everyone else that's new to our community and help connect them and plug them in to everybody else. You know, one of the things that's most different about Capital Factory than other tech hubs and other accelerators is that we're constantly bringing new people in every month. It's a fire hose that just keeps on going. And so there's always new people to meet and always new people to connect to and introduce. So you all have a job today. Everybody who's in the audience, everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching online. Your job is to help connect these people in to the people they need to meet, to key mentors who could give them advice and help them, to other startups that are working on similar things that they should know about, to people they might want to hire or potentially co-founders, to maybe someone who could be their first customer or a pilot, or really just give them some great advice. So please pay attention, listen as you hear all these pitches, as you meet all these new people, and tell us who they should meet. Put it in the chat, shout it out, and we're going to be listening. We're going to be paying attention. We're going to write them all down, and we're going to go make those connections and make them happen. And this matters. This makes a big difference, and it can make a big difference for you, and it can make a big difference for everybody who's up introducing themselves today. So thanks for being here today. Thanks for being part of our community, and listen, pay attention, meet all these people, and think about who you can introduce them to.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Josh, for that. And to our viewers out there, as Josh said, this is really a great opportunity to meet people and to make connections. That's one of my favorite things about Capital Factory. It's actually, that was how I met almost everybody I know in Austin, was just going to a meetup and meeting people and getting connected from one person to the next. It has never been more important than now. And so please definitely make sure that you do that. You can always tweet at Capital Factory as well, but definitely drop your recommendations into the chat. All right. So in our audience today, like I said, we have Capital Factory staff, members, mentors, and you, the members. And so at this point, I would love to bring us into our first portion of programming, which is our staff intros. We're going to do member pitches after that, but I'm really excited about our new staff members that I think you're going to really like as well. Jonathan and Rachel will be sitting in, and they'll be making suggestions for who folks should meet in the ecosystem. They are movers and shakers, and they know everybody in the community, and so they'll have the opportunity to do that. So with that, let's give Rachel Vaughn a welcome to the stage. She is a mentor coordinator here at Capital Factory. Rachel, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sean. Hi, y'all. It's great to not see everybody, but have you all be here listening in. I'm so excited to hear the pitches today and give my best recommendations. Like Sean said, I am a mentor coordinator here at Capital Factory, located geographically in Austin, but I manage mentors all over the state and our network of almost 200 folks that are here to give back and, mentor you in the best that they can. So yeah, excited for pitches today.
Very cool. Awesome. And with that, Jonathan, would you like to come to the stage and introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Sean. So this is actually one of my favorite events of the year, of the month, really. Unfortunately, we can't hold it in person, but I think this is definitely the next best thing. And like Rachel and Sean, I'm very excited to hear the pitches today. For those of you who don't know me, I am a venture associate with Capital Factory. I spend most of my time focused on the North Texas market. So if you're in the audience right now and you're interested in potentially joining Capital Factory through our ventures program, don't hesitate to reach out. That being said, let's get started with the pitches.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Rachel. And yeah, so we're going to move into our member pitches segment. We have 4 companies from our community who are ready to pitch to you. And after each pitch, we're going to open it up to the floor and to Rachel, Adrian, and the audience to provide suggestions on each company who they should meet with. We will write down those suggestions and we'll share that with those companies after the event. If you or someone you know should meet with that company, please feel free to drop that in the chat. And so the companies that we're going to be meeting today, E21 Technologies, Goldgate, JobsiteCheck, and Base Health. So representatives from each of those organizations will come out and pitch. They'll have 2.5 minutes to share with the community. The first company that we have, E21 Technologies, Edwin Gadasu will be sharing with us how they are a social interactive streaming platform that empowers entertainers and educators. Edwin, take it away.
Oh, thanks for that. So let me get right into it. So my name is Edwin Gadasu, and I'm the CEO of E21 Technologies. To understand E21, you need to understand what the passion or creator economy entails. It has been described as a new evolutionary step in humanity, where people are able to build audiences at scale for their passions and turn those into livelihoods, whether that's playing video games or producing video content. About 50 million people now identify as creators, and this number is expected to surge globally, first quadratically in the next 2 years and exponentially thereafter. Now, the ability to make a living off creative skills has trickled down to individuals at scale, helping everyday people to launch and grow businesses. This is one of the biggest secular shifts in history. Our planet is populated with devices, more people are online, and everyone is more connected than ever. I formed E21 to build out the infrastructure that will power this new economy. My thesis is that the advertising-driven rails on which this economy is built is broken, and there is a better alternative. Using blockchain to secure decentralized and tokenized payments and advanced data science and econometric models, we can power this economy in a more efficient manner. There is supply, which is creative output, and demand, which is captured by attention. In this system, creativity becomes value and attention currency. Similar to how value is mined in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum using computation and electricity, value is going to be mined using creative output. Our first major product, E21 TV, which is displayed on the deck, is going to build the ultimate creators paradise as a company and empower those who express their passion through content in a highly interactive, creator-centric social video platform. We are a team of artists, technologists, media professionals, data scientists. As you can see, I brought on an exec from HBO and CBS to help us with media as well. And we have an military technology operative building out a technology suite. And we believe in the power of creativity to lead the world. And we are on a mission to support a global network of creators with a robust platform that will enable them to maximize their creative potential and earn a living. Thanks for having me, and I'll take questions and feedback.
All right, awesome. Well, we're in the chat now. So anybody who has a recommendation for who Edwin needs to meet, let us know, and we will make sure to make that intro.
Got it. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Oh, Rachel and Jonathan, almost forgot.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do I need to? But yes, hi, Edwin. It's great to see you. So when you were talking, I thought, I wrote a few folks down just looking at your company, but I think to start when you're talking, I think Trey Courtney would be a great mentor for you to connect with. He's of Mood Media, and I think you guys would have a lot to talk on. Ron Green as well, and Ashok Kumar, Jim Finnegan, I think are all great mentors for you to connect with on that end.
Great. Can you send those in the Slack or in an email?
Yeah, so Rebecca is going to write all these down and we'll email it to you afterwards. Don't worry about the spelling.
And seconding what Rachel said, great job, Edwin. I'm both a consumer of the creator economy, and I happen to know a couple streamers here and there. So as far as suggestions of people you should meet, a couple that come to mind, Eric Newman, who has a background in AI and media, and Rudy Prince, formerly of StoryFit, which is a company that focused on delivering AI-powered insights for interactive media, are both people you should definitely meet. But yeah, great job conveying your business in a very succinct manner.
Thanks. Have a great rest of the day.
All right. Thank you so much, Edwin. Thank you to Rachel and Jonathan. All right. And up next, we have Dalton, who is with Goldgate, and he is going to share with us the Robinhood for ultra luxury real estate. Dalton, take it away.
Thanks, Sean. And so, Sean, I see that I don't think that I had my original slide up there from previously. There you go. Perfect. All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Dalton Skach. I'm the CEO of a new real estate tech and investment startup called Goldgate in Austin, Texas. Goldgate is an online marketplace where investors can buy and sell specific months or shares in ultra luxury real estate throughout the world for the purpose of personal use, property appreciation, and diversification. The problem that we are solving is that when you own real estate in the traditional sense, you have to maintain the property, furnish it, and make a long-term commitment. When you end up wanting to sell the property, you then need to hire a broker, wait 6 to 24 months, pay up to 6% in commission, and then sell or move the furniture that you just bought. This is a waste of time, energy, and money. Our solution is that by using blockchain technology, we can tokenize or securitize these ultra luxury properties to the point where there are 12 digital shares. Each share represents a specific month, and each month is priced differently. By creating a digital representation of each month and offering an online marketplace with tens of thousands of global investors, we can create exposure and demand and therefore liquidity. The idea behind our business model is rather than buy one $10 million second home that you're only going to live in for 4 to 6 weeks out of the year, why not buy multiple $10 million homes throughout the world for the same total price of $10 million, January through March in Aspen, from April through June in New York City, the fall in London, and then Christmas in Dubai. 1 month ago, we launched our MVP. 1 week later, we secured a property listing for a $7 million home in La Jolla. 1 week later, we secured another property listing for a $15 million home in the Hamptons. Then we were able to raise funds from 4 outside investors via a SAFE. And we are now focusing on product development, sales and marketing, and securing more listings over the next 3 months. In Q2, we plan to raise more funds and join an accelerator program. We expect to have our first closing at the end of Q2. We intend to raise venture capital in Q3 after we have closed on multiple properties. As you can imagine, there's never been more demand for owning second, third, and fourth homes than there is right now. And investors on our platform can invest in over 50 currencies, including Bitcoin. Preferred introductions would be decision makers at the Capital Factory Accelerator program, other companies that are in the real estate tech and investment space, ultra luxury real estate brokers in our target markets, and angel investors or VCs in blockchain or real estate. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I look forward to answering any comments or questions that you may have.
All right, fantastic. Let's bring back Rachel and Jonathan. Suggestions from you all on who Dalton needs to meet?
Yeah, so Dalton, great job on the pitch here. Interestingly enough, I've heard some buzz online regarding crypto and tokenization of real estate assets. So I think you might be tapping into a really interesting zeitgeist here. As far as recommendations, Olivia Grinda and Mike Williams both have backgrounds in marketplace based business models and associated businesses. So definitely 2 people you should connect with.
That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. And just going back on, more mentors that have backgrounds in marketplaces, I think Adam Greenspan would be great as well. I also think you should connect with Daniel Senyard. He's kind of a travel real estate expert that is also a mentor and has founded companies in our accelerator as well. So he could give you insight on both those pieces. And if you're interested in learning more about the accelerator, I know you could talk to Jonathan or other VAs that are in the crowd today. And so, yeah, excited to, get to know you more.
I have a suggestion for you as well, Dalton. Greg Alvarez is awesome. He's been a part of, the tech ecosystem. He has a startup that's I believe a Capital Factory portfolio company called My House Buy. A little bit different, but he would be somebody I think you would love to meet. Also have a really great suggestion from Josh. Tiana Lawrence, and he suggests talking to her about early stage blockchain investors.
Excellent. Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you, Sean, Rachel, and Jonathan. I appreciate that. And I'll wait the email and go from there. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thanks, Dalton. Appreciate it. All right. Awesome. So our next presenter will be, sorry, I have to scroll down on my notes here. Are we working with JobsiteCheck, Rebecca? I think that's who we're going to next. And that is Josh Rickel. There he is with JobsiteCheck. And they are the company that makes, we exist to make job sites safer. So with that, take it away, Josh.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, my name is Josh Rickel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of JobsiteCheck, and we are a safety and health management platform for the construction industry. Our mission really is to make job sites safer. We started this in May of last year here in Austin when COVID hit the construction industry pretty hard, and we helped construction companies bring workers back on site safely. And we quickly realized that there was a huge opportunity in the construction space to gather data that was largely unavailable to construction companies because they were really only tapping into about 10% of the people who are on a site at a given time. And as you can imagine, these sites are chaotic. There's a lot going on. And by connecting with the worker when they check in and check out of a job site, we gave them a voice and a means by which they can provide information into the system. And that's becoming hugely valuable. And it's really differentiated in this space, in the construction tech space, because the majority of construction technology is very top down and focused on those field managers and supervisors, and they only represent about 10% of the folks on these job sites. Because we are becoming this huge data source and giving that power to the worker, really crowdsourcing it on these job sites, we've been compared to Waze and almost being the Waze for construction, which I think is a really accurate analogy, and it really sheds light on the value that we can provide to the construction industry. At this point, we've had a ton of traction. We have about 60 customers. We've helped check in. At this point, we've had 500,000 check-ins through our platform. And right now we are finishing our seed stage fundraising round. We're hiring full stack engineers and really interested in talking to anyone who's involved in the construction space, as well as investors who have invested in construction technology, as well as property technology.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Josh. And Rachel and Jonathan, come on back.
All right. Hi, Josh. Great to see you. And so whenever I looked at your platform about construction, a few mentors came to mind that are familiar with the construction space. And they're also angel investors, if that's something you're interested in connecting with them on. Keith Kruger and Syed Biabani, they're both based in Houston. I think it'd be great connections for you,
Awesome.
As well as Brian Borak. I think he'd be good just connecting on all things pitch related and getting you polished up.
Thanks.
Hey, Josh, love seeing companies that are building solutions for industries that historically have been slow to adopt tech for many reasons, both valid and some maybe not so valid. I think you should definitely connect with Tom Jackson with the Mercury Fund down in Houston, along with Scott Harmon. I think both connections could be meaningful for what it is that you're building and the industry that you're building it for.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan. That'd be
of course.
Great.
All right. That is all for now. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Rachel and Jonathan. All right. So we're going to be moving on to our final startup pitch for today, and that is Sarah Beth with Base. They are a health-focused cannabis and cannabinoid care company. With that, Sarah Beth, take it away.
Cool. Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Beth, and I'm the co-founder of Base Health. We provide health-focused products that are hemp and CBD products. And basically, when I was working at Mount Sinai, I was working with a lot of patients who had multiple chronic illnesses, were on many medications, and they kept coming to our team asking for ways to safely and responsibly incorporate hemp, CBD, and cannabis into their care routines. And they were going to the market essentially being met with really recreationally and wellness-focused products. And it became clear that there was a huge need in the market for a company that was taking plant seriously as plant medicine and approaching it from a health perspective. So we launched in May, and one of our first products was the Discovery Pack, and it's the only product that allows you to, from a research-backed method, titrate to find the correct dose for your body. And from there, consumers can come back and purchase one of our subscriptions. So we launched in April and have had steady growth since then. And we recently crossed the 20K a month mark and are profitable with a scalable marketing channels and have a $35 blended CAC. Right now, we're currently raising pre-seed in anticipation of our seed round, where we're going to be expanding on the digital health experience with cannabis health professionals. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah Beth. Rachel and Jonathan, join us. Suggestions. What do you have for her?
Hey, Sarah Beth. Fantastic job on the pitch and overview of what you're building. I definitely think you should connect with my friend and, interestingly enough, fellow accelerator company, Sean Simon of Service Ganja. He's built a POS for the cannabis, or think mom and pop retailers, but given that we both operate in the same industry or adjacent industries, definitely connect with them. And also Brian DeLuca of BioWorld Merchandising. Definitely a good person to connect with and relevant.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, lovely to see you, Sarah Beth, again. I have a few mentors just in the healthcare space at Capital Factory that I think you should connect with, and there are many more that you'll meet, I'm sure. Anil Shetty, Sal Uglietta, and Jean Ridge, I think all would be really great. Jean especially, I think she has an interest in this area. Also, I think you should connect with Shalene Jaidar. I think you guys would have a great connection there. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where this company goes and love to meet you sometime in office hours so we can talk.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for all of those suggestions. I'm excited to connect with everyone.
Cool. And lots of talk in the chat here. We have a suggestion from Josh to connect with Claire Aldridge in Dallas. Okay. And then also lots of people asking for a link to sign up. You've got a lot of interested folks who would love to sign up.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. One other point of feedback, and this kind of goes for everybody, but the one slide that you have is really awesome. And I think all the other presenters did an awesome job with that as well. So Sarah Beth, thank you so much for your time. Rachel and Jonathan, thanks for your suggestions.
Thank you.
All right. So that concludes the pitch section of our programming for today. We're actually going to throw it back to Josh for a little bit more detail on the resources that we have here at Capital Factory and how you can take advantage of those if you want to become a member or you are a member. So we're going to turn it over to Josh.
Thanks to everybody for all the shout outs. You really make a difference when you do that. I want to leave you a couple more thoughts about how you can make the most of Capital Factory during COVID while everything is going virtual, because it is still going strong. You can still come to the co-working space. It's pretty quiet there, but the activity's happening online. It's happening in Slack, it's happening in Union, and it's happening in Sococo. And so here's how you can tap in. First of all, make sure you're in the Capital Factory Slack. We have a Ask Me Anything session going every morning with a different mentor or investor at 9:30 a.m. And it's a live session where you can ask questions and they're there answering. And you can also just see the questions that everybody else asks. It's a great way to start off your day and to learn about all the different people and resources that are available to you here at Capital Factory. So check that out every morning, 9:30 a.m. in our Slack channel in the Ask Me Anything. In addition to that, there's a bunch of other really useful channels there. Channels like requests for help, requests for feedback, requests for mentors, job postings, news, other types of topics. So check out what's there and figure out how you can use the Slack channel to find and meet the people that you need to know and to get the information and help that you need to. Second thing is Union. Of course, I hope you all know about Union already, but Union is the way that you connect to the mentors at Capital Factory. And it's also the way that investors find out about you too. So it's important that you have a Union profile, that you fill it out, really make it complete, put all your information in there so that when somebody looks you up, they can find out more about you and it's not just a blank page. And then you use that to find mentors and other people with office hours you can plug into. And we have regular mentors that are doing office hours every month that you can meet with on an ongoing basis. And then we also have guest mentors coming in all the time. So you should always be scanning to see who else is coming in that you might be able to plug into, and watch for the posts from Caroline and the rest of the mentor team on Slack and other places. Finally, there's Sococo. And Sococo is a virtual world that we've launched to recreate some of the serendipity of being at Capital Factory in person. And you get a little avatar, you see a floor with offices and spaces you can walk around. We're hosting events in there. We are having office hours in there. My team, I'm in there every day, working there all day, and you can be in there too. So you can have access to the floor that we have now. You can use it. You can book conference rooms. You can invite other people to come do meetings with you there. And as we evolve, as we learn about it, you can even you'll be able to have your own office there too. So please try out Sococo, check it out. It's free. It's part of your membership. This is part of being a Capital Factory community member, is you get access to the Slack, you get access to Union, and you get access to Sococo. And so please dig into those, check them out. I'm in there every day, and I hope to see you there too.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Josh. And truly, again, as members of Capital Factory, please use the Union platform. Chat with us on Slack. We love hearing from our members, and it's just yet another great way to virtually connect people until we can do more in-person stuff. All right, so with that, we're going to move on to our Meetups segment of our programming. Meetups are personally very, very interesting to me. I actually started a meetup at Capital Factory way back in 2012, but we have tons of meetups that meet here every month on a monthly basis, and they're now doing so virtually as well. And so across all of our campuses, we have 93 total meetups, 180 meetup organizers. Lots of those folks are growing their attendance. I know it's been a really great way, again, to connect with people. And so make sure that you are checking the website and are in on Union to check out when those events are happening. You can also subscribe to our newsletter or email Alex Wiesenthal, who coordinates all of our meetups. If you'd like to start one at Capital Factory, send her an email and she would be happy to get you plugged in. All right, so today we're actually doing, for our Meetup Spotlight, we're going to be focused on the Austin Startup Meetup, and Suman is going to share with us how that event brings people together to learn, share, and discuss all things startup. Suman, welcome to the stage. Tell us a little bit more about the Austin Startup Meetup.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. Hi, everyone. I'm Suman Poluri, the organizer of Austin Startup Meetup. We're a community of more than 3,400 members right now, and that includes entrepreneurs, experts, mentors, investors, and many more people from the Austin startup community. And our main purpose is to provide a platform that can bring together founders and startups in Austin to share their experiences, their success, their failures, learn from each other, and support each other. And ultimately, all we want to see is, we all want to see great companies and startups come out of Austin, and we want to make that process as easier as possible for the new people in the startup world. And we have a variety of events that we organize at the meetup, like networking sessions, learning sessions, showcases, panel sessions, and a lot more. For example, the last event we had was yesterday, and we talked about business models for startups, and business models and revenue models for startups. And likewise, we had events about strategy, fundraising, and any topic related to startups. We kind of have events around those. So one thing we do not do as often as other startup meetups is pitching sessions, because we believe that there are great great meetups in town where you can go and pitch, like the ones at Capital Factory and others around the town. And so we focus more on the long form sessions where you get to see a bit more behind the scenes into the startup, how it is being built and what they're doing and what the team is working on and such. So yeah, we're a free meetup. And so you might be thinking, what's the catch? The only catch is that we ask you to bring your stories, your questions, your asks, and come to the events and share your experiences and enrich the community. We meet once a month, the first Monday every month. So the next event is on March 1st. We talk about branding strategy. And yeah, I mean, we thank Capital Factory for having us and giving us the space when pre-COVID and maybe post-COVID we'll again be back at Capital Factory doing things in person. So if y'all want to RSVP, you can go to meetup.com and search for Austin Startup Meetup and RSVP to our events. And thank you all for having us here.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Suman. And as from one meetup organizer to another, thank you for everything that you do. And yes, I totally agree. I cannot wait to get back in person, have some pizza and beer, and hang out for a meetup.
Likewise.
All right. All right. So for those of you in the audience, we'd love for you to come and check out some more of the awesome events that we have going on at Capital Factory. You can always find our events on Eventbrite, also capitalfactory.com/events. There's a really great list of everything that's coming up. There's dozens of events on there. Some events to highlight. On Tuesday, February 9th, we'll be doing open coffee. That's a really great opportunity to just come together and virtually have a cup of coffee with some folks. We also do our intro series. So the Intro to Defense Innovation event is coming up on Tuesday, February 9th as well, with Helena and Jorge on our team to talk about all things defense innovation. On February 11th, we have the Intro to Fundraising and Ask Me Anything. And that is, again, another really great event to just learn about the ecosystem, meet people who are also maybe new to Austin or new to that community. So feel free to join that and check that out. On the 16th, we have Intro to the Texas Startup Scene, and that's going to be featuring TK Cater and our own Jonathan Chavez. So make sure to check out all of those events and get plugged in. All right, so that's it. That's the program for today. Thank you all so much for being here. Please talk to us on Twitter, drop a message in the chat, but enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.